Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Megha Narang. In today's video, we will see the step-by-step approach of creating a radial chart in Tableau. Our final output should look something like this, which shows percentage of sales of different subcategories. The data that we are using is sample superstore data from Tableau. And now let's begin with our radial chart. Before we begin, I would just like to mention that I do these videos on data analysis and visualization on a regular basis. If you like my video, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to my channel. So the data that we are using is sample superstore data. I have already connected the data on my Tableau workbook. Now the sheet that we are going to use is order sheet. So we'll drag the order sheet on the view. Once we drag the order sheet on the view, we have to create a union of the same sheet, and I'll explain it to you in a while why we are doing that. So let me first create a union. So in order to create a union, we'll just drag the sheet on top of order sheet and the union will be created. Now here you see that there is a separate field called as table name is added. Now in this table name we will add a calculation and let's give it a name, path. The calculation would be if table name is equals to, here we will add the name, order sheet. If the table name is orders 0 else 270. Let's see the calculation is valid. Now let's see the reason behind creating a union as well as the calculation field called as path. Let's just go to sheet 1 and there let me just add subcategory to rows, path to rows as well. Let's change it to dimension and discrete. Here if you see, for each subcategory now we have a starting point as well as end point. Earlier in our sheet of orders we just had one point for each subcategory of sales. However, if we want to create a radial chart, we need to have 2 points, that is the starting point as well as end point. In order to have that starting point as well as end point, we create path. So let's see what happens next if we move our sales to text, which means that the sales figure of our subcategories has both starting as well as end point, or has 2 points. However, now in our sales we have two sum of sales figure for each subcategory, which means that there is duplicacy. Now in order to avoid this duplicacy, we will divide our sales figure, sum of sales figure by 2, which you will see once we do our calculation for sales. Now once we have our starting as well as end point, we need to do a few more calculations that gives us the shape of our radial chart. Let's see how it is done. So after creating a calculation called as path, we will create bins. This will help us create an evenly spread data points between the numbers 0 to 270 that we have mentioned in our calculation. So to create bins, we will right click on to path, click on create and select bins, and in the size, because we want the size of the bins to be 1, so we will just add 1 and click OK. Once our bins are created, this will only create 2 values in our data set regardless of the bin splits. I'll show you what I mean by that. So for example, as I have mentioned earlier, we are going to see the sales by subcategory, right? So in this table we have subcategory and we have table name, and let's just see the path and add it onto text. So what I was saying is, as you can see that for each subcategory there are two values created, two bins, that is 0 and the value of the subcategory. So that from 0 to 270 we need to create index. So in order to create index, we will create another field which is called, let's call it as index -1. Why index -1? Because the first row of index starts from 1 but our path value is from 0, so we will create a calculation in which we will subtract index function from 1. After creating index value, let's start with a radial chart and let's see how it takes shape. Let's begin with a radial chart. In order to do that, we will have to create x and y values. So for x, we will create sine radians of index -1. Radians function converts the number from degrees to radians, and sine function helps to return the sine of an angle. Similarly, we will create a y value. Instead of sine function, we will just use cos function. Now let me show you how this works. So let's drag x to columns, y to rows, and our path bin to, first let's drag our path bin to rows and make sure that show missing values is checked. Once we do that, we will convert our marks card to lines and move path bins to path. After that, click on X and compute using path bin. Again for Y, compute using path bins. Our circle is created. Now we want our circle to be in subcategory, showcasing subcategories. So let's just drag subcategories to colors. So now we see that our circle is created, and if you see how the path has been calculated from 0 to 270, that's the reason we have created bin and index value. Now when we see this circle, we see that only this showcases the information only for one subcategory. What if we want the circles for different subcategories? Now in order to do that, we have to make some calculations. The first step would be, because we want sales for our subcategories, so let's just create a calculated field for sales, and for this we will add window sum of sales divided by 2. Click apply, OK, and another calculation would be for creating a rank calc. So this will help us create different circles for different subcategories. So the calculation for this would be rank unique total category sales, and it should be in ascending order, so we will add ASC. By default, I think it's in descending order. Now we'll make some changes in our X and Y value. So to do that, click on edit, multiply by rank calculation. The same applies to Y. So we'll just add that, and once we are done with it, let's see how does it impact our radial chart. So again the same process, compute using path bin. For y as well, compute using path bin. Once we do that, let's just go to edit table calculation, and in our nested calculations we will go to rank calculation and we will select subcategory instead of path. We'll repeat the same step for our y value, and as you can see that now we have different circles for different subcategories. Let's see how does it actually work. So let's move our rank calculation to tooltip and see how the rank calculation has impacted our radial charts. So for the first and foremost subcategory, the rank would be 1, then for the second category it's 2, and so on and so forth. It would go up to 17. So that's how the rank calculation has helped in creating different subcategory circles or radials in our radial chart. Now once we do that, now we would want a percentage for each subcategory, and the size of those radials would be according to the percentage of our sales of subcategory. So how do we do that? Let's create another calculated field and create a calculation, total sales. Again, window sum of sales by 2. Now we have to create a percentage calculation. So percent calc total category sales by total sales. Once we create a percentage calculation, we need to create a calculation that helps us create the size of these, that helps us change the size of these radials based on the percentage. Now in order to do that, we will create calculated field and let's name it as size calc. So for that, percent calc by window maximum of percent calc. Let's see if the calculation is valid. Apply. Okay. Once we do that, we will again make some changes in our x and y calculations. So in x, we will add our size calculation into our radians. So let's do that. Once we do that, we'll click apply. Okay. And for y as well, let's do that. We will repeat the same step for y as well. So size calc, let's see, yes, the calculation is valid. Apply. Okay. Now again we see that there is no radial. Now in order to create a radial chart again, we will repeat some of the processes, some of the procedures that we have done before. Go to compute using, go to path, again compute using path. Now go to edit table calculations. Now you see that some of the calculations that you've made earlier has been changed. So let's again change our rank calculation from path to subcategory. Now we will go to size calculation in a nested calculation and select both subcategory and path and move subcategory on the top. For total sales also follow the same steps. Subcategory and path both should be selected and subcategory should be on the top. Let's see if everything is at place. Fine. Now let's move on to y. The same steps needs to be followed for Y calculation as well. So go to the rank calc, and for size calculation we need to select both. Now we can see that our radial chart is starting to take that shape that we desire. Now we can see that our radial chart has already taken the shape that we need. Now our radial chart is ready. In order to add the percentage calculation numbers, we will drag percentage calculation to labels, and as well as subcategory to labels, and let's just make some small changes here. We want category to be percentage calculation. Let's see. Fine. And let's change the format of our number, which should be in percentage. So this is our radial chart. Now let's do some formatting. No grid lines, no zero lines, no trend lines. We wouldn't need. These are all just cosmetic changes that we need to make. We don't need header. We do not need header for X and Y both. Last step is to match mark colors, and that's it. That's how our radial chart, that's how we create a radial chart in Tableau. Hope you find this video helpful, and if you have any questions, please write it in the comment section below. And if you like my video, please don't forget to hit like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.